Today there's things disappearing that I worked for all my life. I dread having to start again with just my children and my wife. I wanna thank some lucky stars for trying to bring our greatness back today. 'Cause the flag used to stand for freedom, now they're trying to take that away. We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna set our country free from the destruction by the party, taking freedoms away from me. And I'll proudly stand up next to Trump and support him here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt he'll fix this land. God bless Trump and the USA. With the fine folks of Minnesota to the great peeps of Tennessee, along with the strong down in Texas, from sea to shining sea, from the suffering Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Now we can bring back the American dream, and it's time we stand and say, we're gonna make America great again. We're gonna keep our country free, and we're going to help all those who fought to give that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to Trump and support him here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt he loves this land. God bless Trump and the USA. We're gonna make America great again so that our country can stay free from the lies told by the media. They expect us to believe, and I'll gladly stand up next to Trump and support him here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt he loves this land. God bless Trump and the USA.
17 days from now, the people of Texas are going to defeat Beto O'Rourke, a flake. He's a flake. He's a flake. And we're going to keep Greg Abbott, a wonderful man, a great governor. We're going to keep him in the governor's mansion. And Greg, we love him.
You gotta love the business mind. You have to love that. Nobody in the history brought a business mind to the White House. He cut through the bureaucracy. He cut through all of the BS, the red tape. He implemented policies immediately. It didn't take years, it didn't take months, it took days. And those policies saved your lives, your children's lives, your grandchildren's lives, your friends' lives, your neighbors' lives. That's what he did. And that's what we hope you're gonna do again.
Well, look, I think I told you earlier during my speech, I was pretty clear. President Trump was one badass president. You know, I joined the Border Patrol in 1984. I've enforced immigration law for over 34 years. I worked for 6 different presidents. No president did more to secure our border than President Trump. Bottom line. And I'll share with you what I told the president a few weeks ago in Las Vegas. He comes back, I come back.
That's a good deal. Tell you one thing, the problem will end on day one. Thanks to the open borders policies of the radical Democrats, every day Texas communities suffer the spilling of innocent blood and the killing of innocent life like you've never seen before. It's never happened anywhere near what's happening now. The numbers are higher than they've ever been by far. Just a few days ago, an illegal alien in McGregor, Texas, was charged with the savagely murdering a 38-year-old woman and her 2 teenage children, beautiful children, and then continuing his deadly rampage in the house next door. Then he went to another one and another one before he was caught. He was massacring helpless people, including a 47-year-old woman and her precious 20-year-old daughter, a beautiful daughter, who was studying to become a doctor, doing really well, top of her class, before driving down the street wildly firing gunshots, wounding yet another innocent victim, was finally caught. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, because they catch him now, and then they release him, the Democrats. In El Paso this month, 3 illegal aliens were arrested for the brutal murder of a 28-year-old man after shooting him multiple times and dumping his body on the side of the road. And last year in Harris County, 2 illegal alien MS-13 animals were convicted of kidnapping 3 teenage girls, raping them, and sadistically murdering the 15-year-old girl in a horrific satanic ritual. When the Republicans retake control of Congress, we must immediately force the restoration of every single Trump border security. We have Trump border security measure. We want every one of those measures, every one of those beautiful, powerful, and very fair measures that achieve the strongest border in history. We want them put back in place. Instead of doubling the number of IRS agents who are allowed to carry guns. Okay, so we have 88,000. They're allowed to carry guns, and yet they want to terminate your Second Amendment. The radical left thinks by doing all these wicked and venomous things, they are making us weaker, but actually, they are making us stronger and more united than ever before. They're coming after me because I'm fighting for you, and that is true. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I'm glad you weren't protesters. This is a nice group. That was very well done. I didn't know what the hell happened. This group, what a great group of people. Where are you from? Where? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But we have to save our country. It's nice to say we love Trump. We have to save our country. By the way, I'm speaking to this group here. They stood up. It was so beautiful, actually. It was actually a beautiful moment. They're too smart to say bad things. It's too dangerous in this group to say bad things. You notice we don't have much of that. I haven't had that in 2 years. They used to, at the beginning, they'd stand up, "We don't like you." The poor guys, oh, it was terrible. Then I always got blamed, remember? But we haven't had that. You know, this country is really united. We have much more. It's not even close than 50%. I'm telling you, we have this country, and the country was really united, and I'm talking left and right. When we turned it around prior to COVID, we had every single group doing better than it had ever done in history. The country had done better than it had ever done in history. And people from the radical left were calling me to get together. I said, you know, because some people say to me, and I say to them, it would be great if we could unite everyone, the right and the left and everybody. And I never knew that it was going to be possible. But prior to our horrible, horrible gift that came out of the Wuhan labs of China, prior to China and the dust that they sent over, what a disgrace. And we're going to, someday, we're going to do something. Because what happened, what they've done to the world, forget about it, $60 trillion in damage. They cannot afford that, by the way, just so you know. But prior to that coming in, our country, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, women, men, kids with a high school diploma, kids without a high school diploma, first in your class at the Wharton School of Finance, MIT, Harvard, people that didn't get a college diploma, every single group without even one, nobody, everybody was doing better than ever before by a lot. But now, we are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation. We are a nation that has the highest inflation in 50 years, and where the stock market finished the worst first half of the year since 1872. Likewise, we are a nation that has the highest energy costs in its history. We are no longer energy independent or energy dominant, as we were just 2 short years ago. We are a nation that is begging Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, and many others for oil. Please, please, please help us, Joe Biden says. Yet we have more liquid gold right under our feet than any other country. We are a nation that is consumed by the radical left's Green New Deal, yet everyone knows that the Green New Deal will lead to our destruction. We are a nation whose leaders are demanding all electric cars, even though they can't go far, cost too much, and whose batteries are produced in China with materials only available in China, when an unlimited amount of gasoline is available inexpensively in the United States, but not available in China. We are a nation that ended oil exploration and production in the United States, just as the price of oil reached an all-time high. What other country would do such a thing? We are a nation that surrendered in Afghanistan, leaving behind dead soldiers, American citizens, and $85 billion worth of the finest military equipment anywhere in the world. And we are a nation that allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people, and it will only get worse. It would never have happened with me as your commander-in-chief, and for 4 straight years, it didn't happen. And China with Taiwan is next. We are a nation that has weaponized its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never before. We've got a Federal Bureau of Investigation that won't allow bad election-changing facts to be presented to the public, where Hunter Biden's laptop from hell was a Russian disinformation ploy when the FBI knew it wasn't, and a Department of Justice that refuses to investigate egregious acts of voting irregularities and fraud. And we have a president who is cognitively impaired, in no condition to lead our country, and is now casually talking about nuclear war with Russia, which would be World War III and far more devastating than any of the previous wars because of the weaponry that no one even wants to think about. We are a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is all you get, and they are the enemy of the people. We are a nation where free speech is no longer allowed, where crime is rampant and out of control like never before, and where more people died of COVID in 2021 than in 2020. We are a nation that is allowing Iran to build a massive nuclear weapon and China to use the trillions of dollars it has taken from us to build a military to rival our own. And just 2 years ago, we had Iran, China, Russia, and North Korea in check. They weren't going to do a thing against us, and everyone knows it. They respected the United States. And perhaps most importantly, we are a nation that is no longer respected or listened to anywhere around the world. We are a nation that in many ways has become a joke. We are a nation that is hostile to liberty, freedom, and faith. We are a nation whose economy is collapsing into a cesspool of ruin, whose supply chain is broken, whose stores are not stocked, whose deliveries are not coming, and whose educational system is ranked at the bottom of every single list. We are a nation where large packs of sadistic criminals and thieves are allowed to go into stores and openly rob them beat up and kill their workers and customers, and leave with armloads of goods, but with no retribution, where the authority of our great police has been taken, where their families and pensions have been threatened, and their lives would be destroyed for the mere mention of the words law enforcement. We are a nation where fentanyl and all other forms of illegal drugs are easier to get than formula for our beautiful little babies, and where mothers and fathers are scared with Halloween that their children will be given deadly drugs like fentanyl by sick and demented people. A nation whose once revered airports are dirty, crowded mess. You sit and wait for hours and then are notified that the plane won't leave, and they have no idea when they will, where ticket prices have tripled. They don't have the pilots to fly the planes. They don't have qualified air traffic controllers, and they just don't know what they're doing. We are a nation that has lost its confidence, willpower, and strength. We are a nation that has lost its way. But we are not going to allow this horror to continue. 2 years ago, we were a great nation, and we will soon be a great nation again. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and it is hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. We will stand up to the radical left Democrats and the dangerous and unpatriotic rhinos, and we will fight for America like no one has ever fought before. There is no mountain we cannot climb. There is no summit we cannot reach. There is no challenge we cannot meet. There is no victory we cannot have. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not yield. We will never give in. We will never give up. And we will never, ever back down. As long as we are confident, united, and loyal to the cause, the tyrants we are fighting do not stand even a chance. Because we are Americans, and Americans kneel to God and to God alone. The silent majority is back and stronger than ever before. My fellow citizens, this incredible journey we are on together has only just begun, and it is time to start talking about greatness for our country again. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So with the help of everyone here today and citizens all across our land, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Texas. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.